Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Storytime today. Today, I am being joined by a little friend named Clucky. Say hello to the boys and girls, Clucky. Hi, boys and girls. Nice to see you. And today, if you can't guess already, we're going to have chicken stories. Yay! But does anybody know what special thing chickens lay? Does anybody know what chickens lay? I'm going to show you. Chickens lay these guys. What are they? Yeah, they're eggs. And sometimes after chickens lay eggs, they sit on them for a very long time. And guess what pops up? Hello, world. A little chick. Yeah, a little chick. And little chicks are so cute and fuzzy. We love them. But right now, let's sing hi, hello, and how are you? And for this, we need our waving hands. We're going to count to 3. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you? How are you? Hi, hello, and how are you? How are you today? Hooray! Good job, kids! And how are you today? It's so nice to see everybody. Now, I thought for our chicken stories, we will start with a book that always makes me laugh. And it's called The Singing Chick. And I'm going to move closer so everyone can see the pictures. On a warm sunny day in the middle of the forest, a white egg was lying on the ground when, crack! The egg broke in two, and out jumped a fuzzy yellow chick. The chick looked around. How beautiful everything is! He exclaimed, and off he went, skipping through the forest and singing a song that he had just made up. The sky's so blue, the sun's so yellow, the trees are green, and I'm a happy fellow. Beep, beep, a peep, beep, 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 a peep, beep, 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 beep. The singing chick barely finished singing the last line of his song when he saw a fox walking out of the bushes. Hello, fox, said the chick. Hello, lunch, said the fox, licking his lips, and he swallowed the singing chick in one big gulp. The fox patted his full stomach, and suddenly he felt funny. The sky's so blue, he sang. Hey, why did I say that? He wondered. The sun's so yellow, he sang again, louder this time. He clapped his paws over his mouth, but it didn't help. The trees are green and I'm a happy fellow, he sang as loudly as he could. And off he went, skipping through the forest, yelling, peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. Peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. At this moment, someone grabbed the fox by the tail and held him fast. The fox turned around and saw a wolf. Listen, fox, said the wolf, I have a headache, so keep the noise down. Okay? The fox wanted to say, yeah, sure thing, pal, but instead he sang, the sky's so blue. The fox got angry. Be quiet, you silly creature, or I'll gobble you up. And the fox wanted to be quiet more than anything in the world, but he couldn't. The sun's so yellow, he sang. The angry wolf opened his mouth and gulp, swallowed the fox in one big gulp. There, he sighed, peace and quiet at last. But suddenly he felt funny. The trees are green and I'm a happy fellow, he sang. Uh-oh, said the wolf. I'm afraid that fox didn't agree with me. His legs started skipping up and down all by themselves, and off he went, wailing at the top of his lungs. Peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. Peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. Wham! The wolf bumped right into a big bear who was busy picking raspberries off a raspberry bush. The bear grabbed the wolf by the throat. Watch where you're going, he growled. Peep, said the poor wolf. The bear's jaws fell open. What's the matter with you, wolf? Have you gone mad? Peep, replied the wolf sadly. The bear frowned. One more peep out of you and I'll eat you up. The wolf bit his tongue and stopped breathing, but he couldn't help himself. Peep, he blurted out. The angry bear opened his mouth and gulp, swallowed that wolf with one big gulp. Suddenly, he felt funny. He started skipping, murmuring the song under his breath. Finally, off he went, scared out of his wits, growling, The sky's so blue, the sun's so yellow, what's happening to me? And I'm the happy fellow. Peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. Help! Peep, peep, a peep, 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 peep. The bear skipped through the thicket until he came to a high hill and went on skipping up the hill to the top. Suddenly, he stumbled and rolled back down towards a big tree standing at the bottom. Boom! The bear crashed into the tree, and the wolf popped out of the bear's mouth, and the fox popped out of the wolf's mouth, and the singing chick popped out of the fox's mouth. And they all stopped singing. The bear, the wolf, and the fox were so happy they hugged and kissed the singing chick. Then they took him to the neighboring village, to the hen house, where he found his father and his mother, the singing hen. And they all lived how? Happily ever after. The end. And now we're going to do some rhymes about chicks. And let's start with this one. Out in the barnyard early in the morning, see the little chicks standing in a row. See the busy farmer giving their breakfast. Cheep, 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 off they go. All right, we're going to do that one again. So get your chicks ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chicks. Cheep, 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 cheep. Here we go. Out in the barnyard early in the morning, see the little chicks standing in the row. See the little farmer giving their breakfast. Cheep, 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 off they go. Excellent, good job. And now, this rhyme is called 5 Hungry Chicks. And I'm going to have to put my chicks up, so let's count them together. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you can put up a hand of fingers and let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do this with my chicks. You can do it with your fingers, okay? Use those fingers. Pretend they're chicks. Cheep, 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 cheep. Here we go. Said the first little, actually I think the first one's over here. Said the first little chick with the strange little squirm, I wish I could find a fat little worm. Said the second little chick with an odd little shrug, I wish I could find a fat little bug. Said the third little chick with the sharp little squeal, I wish I could find some nice yellow meal. Said the fourth little chick with a sigh of grief, I wish I could find a nice green leaf. Said the fifth little chick with the faint little moan, I wish I could find a wee gravel stone. Now here, said the mother from the great green garden patch, if you want any breakfast, then come here and scratch. And they all went scratching. They went scratching for their food. The end. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chicks off, and we'll put them down. And now it's time for my next story, which is called Chicken Story Time, which is so funny because that's what we're doing right now, is having our chicken story time. Look at them all. Can you imagine chickens in the library? I think that would be so fun. Maybe when we get back into that library, we'll have a chicken story time. So I'm going to read this book, and you kids can tell me if you want to have some chickens in the library when we reopen the library. Here we go. Look at this guy. Hello. It says public library, story time at the library, tales to tell. Don't forget to read to your dog. But look, this chicken's checking it out. Story time at the library. One librarian, one story, children, and a chicken. The children like the chicken. The chicken likes the children. Let's begin, said the librarian. Everyone loves story time. 1 week later, story time at the library. One librarian, one story. More children. More chickens. The children like the chickens. The chickens like the children. Please be seated, says the librarian. Everyone loves story time, except for these guys. 1 week later, story time at the library. One librarian, one story, many children, many chickens. The children laugh. The chickens cluck. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Settle down, says the librarian. No one can hear her. Cluck, 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 cluck. Let's begin, she says. Cluck, 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 cluck. Please be seated, she says. Cluck, 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 cluck. Settle down now, she says. Cluck, 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 cluck. Children and chickens everywhere, but only one librarian. What are we to do, she says. Cluck, 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 cluck. Idea. Story time at the library. Lots of children, flocks of chickens. And look, she's passing something out. What is it? Shelves and shelves of stories. The children like the chickens like the children, and everyone loves story time. Especially the librarian. And look, all the children are reading with the chickens. So what do you think? Should we do this? Should we have some chickens at our story time? I'll tell you kids what, once the library opens again, we can look into it. And what's this? Somebody let a duck in. Where did he come from? The end. I think that would be pretty fun. Okay, it's time for some other goose rhymes. And let's start with this one. Okay, we're going to start with some eggs. 5 eggs and 5 eggs, and that makes 10. And sitting on top is Mother Hen. Cackle, cackle, cackle. What do I see? 10 fluffy chicks, as yellow as can be. All right, let's do it again. Okay, get your 5 eggs. 5 eggs, 5 eggs, and that makes 10. Sitting on top is the Mother Hen. Cackle, cackle, cackle. What do I see? 10 fluffy chicks, as yellow as can be. Good job. And now let's try this one. Goes like this. So we're going to start with the hen again. Hickety pickety my black hen. She lays eggs for gentlemen. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10. Higgledy piggledy my black hen. Let's do that one again. You ready? Higgledy piggledy my black hen. She lays eggs for gentlemen. Sometimes 9, sometimes 10. Higgledy piggledy my black hen. Good job. And now this nursery rhyme's more about an egg than a chicken, but does anybody know a rhyme about a very famous egg? How about old Humpty Dumpty? And we're going to make a wall, and here's our Humpty. Here we go. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put Humpty together again. All right, let's do it again. Here we go. Wall, Humpty. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a big fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men, they couldn't put Humpty together again. That one ends sad, doesn't it? All right. And as we saw from the singing chick, foxes and wolves are enemies to chickens. And this story is called The Wolf's Chicken Stew. And I like this one because it has kind of a twist ending. And you'll see. I'm going to read this. And it ends up very funny. So here we go. The Wolf's Chicken Stew. Once there was a wolf who loved to eat more than anything else in the world. As soon as he finished up one meal, he began to think of the next. One day, the wolf got a terrible craving for chicken stew. All day long, he walked across the forest in search of a delicious chicken. Finally, look, he spotted one. Ah, she is just right for my stew, he thought. The wolf crept closer, but just as he was about to grab his prey, he had another idea. If there were just some way to fatten this bird up a little more, he thought, there would be more stew for me. So the wolf ran home to his kitchen and began to cook. First, he made 100 scrumptious pancakes. He left them on the chicken's porch late that night. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. The next night, he made 100 scrumptious donuts. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. And on the next night, he made a scrumptious cake weighing 100 pounds. Eat well, my pretty chicken, he cried. Get nice and fat for my stew. At last, all was ready. This was the night that he had been waiting for. He put a large stew pot on the fire and set out joyfully to find his dinner. That chicken must be fat as a balloon by now, he thought. Let's see. But as he peeked into the chicken's house, the door opened suddenly and the chicken screeched, "Oh, so it was you, Mr. Wolf! Children, look! The pancakes and the donuts and that scrumptious cake. They weren't from Santa Claus. They were all from Uncle Wolf." The baby chicks jumped all over the wolf and gave him 100 kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. Oh, thank you, Uncle Wolf. Thank you. You're the best cook in the whole world. Uncle Wolf didn't have chicken stew that night, but Mrs. Chicken fixed him a nice dinner anyway. Aw, shucks, he thought as he walked home. Maybe tomorrow I'll bake the little critters 100 scrumptious cookies. And guess what? That's just what he did. The end. And now we're going to sing a song called When Chickens Get Up in the Morning. Now, we all know that when chickens get up in the morning, they say, "Bawk, bawk, bawk." But this song's a little silly. This says the chickens say, "Good day." But we will add those animal sounds at the end of every verse. So get ready for it. You ready? When chickens get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day." When chickens get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day," they say. What do they really say? Cluck, cluck, cluck. That is what they say. They say, cluck, cluck, cluck. That is what they say. When pigs get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day." When pigs get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day," they say. What do they really say? Oink, oink, oink. That is what they say. They say, oink, oink, oink. That is what they say. Let's see who's next. When horses get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day." When horses get up in the morning, they always say, "Good day," they say. What do they really say? Neigh, neigh, neigh. That is what they say. They say, "Neigh, neigh, neigh." That is what they say. Oh boy, you ready for this guy? When cows get up in the morning, they always say good day. When cows get up in the morning, they always say good day, they say. What do they really say? Moo, moo, moo. That is what they say. They say moo, moo, moo. That is what they say. Oh boy, I love this little guy. Here he comes. When ducklings get up in the morning, they always say, good day. When ducklings get up in the morning, they always say, good day, they say. What do they really say? Quack, quack, quack. That is what they say. They say, quack, quack, quack. That is what they say. Good job, everyone. Okay, and now we are going to have a story about this guy. This is a special kind of chicken. Now, did you know that chickens, hens are lady chickens, and this is a male chicken, and they are called roosters. And the hens say cluck, 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 but the roosters say cock-a-doodle-doo! Can we all cock-a-doodle-doo like a rooster? Cock-a-doodle-doo! Good job. And I have a story about a rooster, and it's by Eric Carle, who we love so much, and it's called Roosters Off to See the World. One fine morning, a rooster decided that he wanted to travel. So right then and there, he set off to see the world. He hadn't gone very far when he began to feel lonely. And then he met what kind of animals? Meow, meow. Cats. The rooster said to them, come along with me to see the world. And the cats liked the idea of a trip very much. We'd love to, they purred. And they set off down the road with the rooster. Now what do we have here? Yep, frogs. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. How many? 1, 2, 3. 3 frogs. As they wandered on, the rooster and the cats met 3 frogs. How would you like to come with us and see the world? Asked the rooster, eager for more company. Why not? Answered the frogs. We are not busy now. So the frogs jumped along behind the rooster and the cats. Now what do you see? Yeah, turtles. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 turtles. After a while, the rooster, the cats, and the frogs saw 4 turtles crawling slowly down the road. Hey, said the rooster, how would you like to see the world? It might be fun, snapped one of the turtles, and they joined the others. Now let's see who's next. Oh, look, it's fish. Let's count these fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fish. As the rooster, the cats, the frogs, and the turtles walked along, they came to 5 fish swimming in the brook. Where are you going? Asked the fish. We're off to see the world, answered the rooster. May we come along? Pleaded the fish. Delighted to have you, the rooster replied. And so the fish came along to see the world. The sun went down and it began to get dark. The moon came up over the horizon. Where's our dinner? Asked the cats. Where are we supposed to sleep? Asked the frogs. We're cold, complained the turtles. Just then some fireflies flew overhead. We're afraid, cried the fish. Now the rooster really had not made any plans for the trip around the world. He had not remembered to think about food and shelter, and he didn't know how to answer his friends. After a minute of silence, the fish suddenly decided it might be best if they headed for home. They wished the others a happy trip, and they swam away. Then the turtles began to think about their warm house, and they turned and crawled back down the road without so much as a goodbye. The frogs weren't too happy with the trip anymore either. First one and then the other, and finally the last one jumped away. They were polite enough, though, to wish the rooster a good evening, and they disappeared into the night. The cats then remembered an unfinished meal that they had left behind. They kindly wished the rooster a happy journey, and they too headed for home. Now the rooster was all alone, and he hadn't seen anything of the world. He thought for a minute, and then he said to the moon, "To tell you the truth, I am not only hungry and cold, but I'm homesick as well." The moon did not answer. It too disappeared. The rooster knew what he had to do. He turned around and went back home again. He enjoyed a good meal of grain and then sat on his very own perch. And after a while, he went to sleep. And he had a wonderful, happy dream all about a trip around the world. The end. And I have one more quick story, and it's called Big Fat Hen. And it's a nursery rhyme, and I bet you know it. Ready? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, a big fat hen and her friends. Look at all these friends and all their eggs and all their chicks. The end. Yay. Okay, boys and girls, it's time for the chicken dance. Is everybody everyone? Okay, and let's come back down. And it is now time for us to sing The More We Get Together. And I'm going to get my chicken friend, Clucky. Cluck, cluck, cluck. And we're going to all sing this together. Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. The more we get together, together, together. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends and my friends are your friends. The more we get together, the happier we'll be. Cluck, 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 cluck. Okay, bye, boys and girls. I hope to see you very soon back at the library. Mwah, I miss you. Bye.